So, today we're diving into one of the deepest conversations in this entire series because this episode explains why women repeat patterns they're consciously wanting to stop, why they self-sabotage, why they procrastinate, why they shrink, why they keep recreating the same emotional, exhausting cycles. So, today we're going to talk about subconscious programming, and this conversation can change everything. And once women understand this, once they truly understand it, it has the potential to change their entire life, their entire trajectory. Because you ladies are not broken. You have just been simply programmed to believe something. So, one of the biggest mistakes that women make is thinking they just need more discipline. They need more motivation. They need more strategy. They need more willpower. But most women don't have an information problem. They have an identity problem because your subconscious mind is running patterns you learned long before you were even old enough to question them. And until those patterns become conscious, your nervous system will keep repeating familiar experiences automatically. This is why women say they want peace, they say they want success, they say they want more of something, but subconsciously choose something else, right? So if they say they want more peace or happiness in their life, they subconsciously choose chaos if their nervous system and their programming is rooted in trauma and chaos. When women say they want more visibility, right? But they subconsciously avoid being seen. They avoid saying yes to opportunities that would really help them become more visible. A lot of women say they want more wealth, but emotionally associate money with stress and pressure and guilt and instability. Therefore, subconsciously, they will avoid things that actually allow them to become wealthy women. And this is where women need to understand something deeply. Self-sabotage is not weakness. It is a form of protection. You see, your nervous system is trying to keep you emotionally safe based on old conditioning, aka old beliefs, old, visions and values and things like that. So I remember realizing at one point in my own life that, part of my nervous system was still calibrated for survival. Meaning, if you don't know this about me, I grew up with a very traumatic childhood, very traumatic and chaotic, not only childhood, but that childhood, because I grew up in that, right? That rooted chaos inside my nervous system. And therefore I created more chaos in my teen life and young adult life. Okay. So I remember realizing that because my nervous system was still calibrated for chaos and survival, stress felt normal, right? Urgency felt very productive in my business, and chaos ultimately felt familiar. And when life becomes peaceful, part of me almost didn't even trust it. And that awareness changed everything because I stopped judging myself. I started understanding myself on a deeper level. I worked with women who desperately wanted visibility and growth in their business, but every single time that they started gaining momentum, they would slowly disappear or self-sabotage, right? They would pull back, they would overthink, they would avoid showing up, they would procrastinate on decisions. And these women's nervous systems were still associating visibility with judgment and rejection from childhood experiences. That is subconscious programming. And when women cannot heal these patterns, they refuse to acknowledge, right? We cannot heal those patterns that we refuse to acknowledge. I'm sorry. So this is why awareness matters so deeply, because once women understand that this coding, right, has just been programmed and your body's been conditioned to believe one thing, then they can start rewiring it, right? They can start changing the code. They can start upgrading new, neural pathways and new patterns. And this universal law, this changes everything. And once you understand the information, but more importantly, start to embody and embrace and actually shift your programming and rewrite it, your life can expand, right? Your life can become truly grateful and or abundant. All right. So the identity you emotionally release daily has so much value. So you guys, if this episode exposed some patterns for you, good, because awareness is where power returns. And inside the Alpha Queen Rising community, we go a lot deeper into identity recalibration, subconscious programming, emotional mastery, nervous system regulation, and becoming the woman capable of holding that next level of success. Because women do not rise accidentally, they rise intentionally. And if you're ready for that, then you already know your next move. Join the Alpha Queens Rising community or book a 15-minute call with me and let's talk about what is really holding you back. Because, guys, most of the time, this affects very ambitious women, and it's very frustrating because, as an ambitious woman, we know how to grow companies. We know how to strategically reverse engineer all of the things that we want to do. So it's really frustrating. Like, why do I self-sabotage? Why do I let things be good one month and then the next month it's just completely burning down, right? It's because of the programming that we've been programmed to believe. And this is happening at the unconscious level. You guys, you are not even aware that it is happening, which is why it is so important to first expose those limiting beliefs and understand what's truly holding you back, and then work with a professional to help you move through that, help you get unstuck, help you reprogram your mind for success. And I hear this a lot, and it's one of the biggest mistakes that a lot of coaches make is they're like, oh, well, I'm already a mindset coach. I already know my beliefs, my limiting beliefs. So I'm like, well, then why haven't you been able to change it or shift it or expand that thought, that those programs? Because to be fair, right? If you knew how to expose your own shit and actually work on it and change it and shift it, you wouldn't be stuck where you're at, right? You'd already be that multimillionaire. You'd already be the woman who has no problem charging what she knows she's worth, right? So a coach that says they don't need a coach because their mindset is good, it's kind of like a heart surgeon saying, oh, I already know how to do open heart surgery. Like I do this every single day. So you know what? I'm just going to do my own open heart surgery. Like hell no. That surgeon would not be, trying to do his own open heart surgery, right? What would he do? He would go out and find the best of the best, the next best person in line and have them do the surgery because he knows that he cannot perform surgery on himself. And as humans, it is really hard to identify, and shift and reprogram what even we know, because I can be consciously aware of the limiting beliefs holding me back, but until I work with a professional on it, it's really hard for me to do that work. Okay. So that's why it's so important for coaches to have coaches, for entrepreneurs to have mentors, because we start to expose what is there that's keeping us stuck and more importantly, move through it, right? Reprogram it. I am board certified in these things, guys. So if you're just hoping, that you can work with a brand new mindset coach to save you money, then you've got even more bigger mindset issues because if they're not board certified in NLP and timeline therapy and some other holistic modalities to really help you reprogram your mindset, you're just, saying the same affirmations every single day. And guys, I'm not poo-pooing, mindset coaches who are not certified in the modalities. I'm just simply saying the modalities that I am certified in have been proven to help reprogram your mindset for success. Okay. So you can work with me or you can work with other people who are board certified. But guys, don't let anyone just play inside your mind. You make sure that they are certified through the boards and they're up to date with everything because, guys, this is really important stuff. All right. So I can't wait to dive into universal law number 11, which is listed in. I'm so excited, right? Unstoppable or Unstoppable. Unapologetic is my brand new book. It really dives deep into these universal laws that we've been discovering and talking about, guys. But more importantly, every chapter comes with a tool and a resource to actually help you do the thing. So yes, today we talked about the subconscious beliefs holding you back, right? We talked about where these typically stem from. We talk about all of the things, but in this book, Inside Alpha Queens Rising, we actually dive deeper into the how to actually shift and change and do all of the things needed in order for you to become an unapologetically powerful, sovereign woman. Okay. So if you haven't got your hands on this book, definitely go get it. The link is in the summary and description below, or you can just simply go to Amazon and put in the search bar Unapologetic, the Universal Laws of Iconic Leadership, and it will show up, and it, voila, it will be on your doorstep within a couple of days. And you can get access to all of the resources, all of the stories, and an even depth conversation around all of this stuff. So yeah, keep subscribing to our show, keep sharing it. We love comments, so feel free to drop anything below. If you have any questions, definitely reach out. You are not alone on this journey called transformation. All right, guys, see you later. Bye.